So we are back at Universal Studios Orlando Resort. We are in the parking garage right now, but we are back because Halloween Horror Nights starts this month. Literally this month, in a few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll be there. So that means everything has been announced. All the houses have been announced, all the scare zones have been announced, and there's a lot of scare zones to be updated since I went 2 or 3 weeks ago. So let's go check those out. So the update on Hollywood Drift. I mean, the only part that looks incomplete is right there. Other than that, look how tall this thing is. Go inside, probably get a little bit of a closer look. But yeah, it's coming along very nicely. So another quick update. It's gotten bigger. I mean, they still have the blue to block it off, but then you have the white up top where the trusses are. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say that it could be for Horror Nights, but I mean, I'm not entirely sure that, or they're just redoing it because like there's a lot of cracks. So maybe they're just redoing it, but hopefully it's done by Horror Nights so we can have the medallions, or the medallion here and then all the IPs across here. Before we even get into the park, it looks like we have our answer of what this truss is going to be right at the gate. It's got the speakers for the opening ceremonies. If you see under it, Halloween Horror Nights with a little circusy, carnival-y look to it. And let's get a closer look. Let's get in the park and have some fun. So now we are inside the park. And as you see, there is some drapes and a little carnival-y looking triangular things up here. And the thing that I think is that this stage is going to be Jack because it's red. And then this stage right here is going to be Oddfellow because it's purple. Well, this is all we have for this scare zone right now. Hopefully, we get more stuff in the future. But right now, let me walk back out here because it does say Halloween Horror Nights. Exciting. Before we walk through this scare zone, we're gonna walk through the 5 and Dime, and I would show you the A-frame, but there's a kid standing on it because Beetlejuice is here. But let's walk in and look at the merch. Because there's been 2 houses to be announced since we were last here. And one of them was Ozzy Osbourne. So this is the acrylic figure that was leaked, as we knew that it was going to be an Ozzy house. So we got to grab this one. And then we got to grab the Evil Dead one that's back there. Right now it's just Ozzy because that was the last house to be announced. Look at this. Yay. Fort Nightmares. Which means that a little sticker. They have a acrylic figure that I'm not getting. The only scare zone so far to have one. So this is the merch for the Evil Dead Burn. That's the hat. That's the shirt. So here in Hollywood, we have some new things. Thrills This Way. And it has a little arrow pointing to the Born Stuntacular. I mean, it is kind of thrilling, so. But that's really all that's been added to this one structure, not the entire zone, because there is a lot in this scare zone now. And they still have this out. It looks like they took it out of his, well, no, it's still down there. People are throwing things away in here. Go figure. We got our little fog machine. And then over here, it's the same stage from the last update, but they added some new things. It's a giant pacifier with spiders on it. Ooh, look at the coin. Ooh, that's cool.
That's a baby bottle.
Yeah, a giant baby bottle. And this is the zipper ride that I was talking about, the cool thing. They have a test your strength thing here. And they do have these cool things that if you know about Horror Nights lore, that you'll be able to see around the park. And that's Lady Luck. So, pretty interesting. Some Easter eggs here. And that's one of those things that you throw the balls at in the carnival. So that's cool. Missing roaches. Okay, cool. And then a vulture, buzzard, gas cans, a little Target thing with a crow in it. Another little crow. Now this thing is interesting. From the pictures and stuff that I've seen, they use this prop in everything. It was in Terrifier last year. It was in Carnival Graveyard a couple of years ago in 2018. And I think it was in another zone, but I'm not sure. But it's still pretty cool. This is new. Grand Circus presents the Man-Eater. And it's a baby doll head, severed. A clown. And you know what that clown looks like? Jack. It looks like Jack. L-Clown. It looks like there's a stage here that somebody's probably definitely going to be standing on. And there's a little girl crying. And that's why they try to hide things as much as they can. Step on it, big boy. Looks like bumper cars. For sure. And it looks like there's faces down here that are just being on fire. That's cool. The Great and Magnificent Magic Maker, marvel at the mystery. He speaks to the dead. Is that supposed to be a dog? Look at that. Another doll head. $35. Huh?
He's just in there. His face. He's like, hi.
And see, there's another one here.
Who's that?
That is the director.
The director.
Another ram skull. Do not open live specimen. And then right next to it, another thing added right at this lighting stanchion. That is a giant cockroach. Clowns, clown outfits. It's a little baby kitty. Disgusting looking hot dog. They don't know how the ketchup stayed on it like that. And the burger and fries. Don't feed Philip. I'm guessing that's Philip. Is this rotted fruit? Backstage access. There's a lot of clown things on this one. Interesting. And then you come back across, and there's more clown things. And I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a reference to Freddy Krueger with the red and green stripes. That's a tribute store looking thing. The cat one. A lot of cool things here. Very interesting. Very in-depth decorating. And then right next to this one, it's a ticket booth. A bunch of just baby heads here, which is scary. Pardon Our Dust, Universal Halloween Horror Nights. Look at this giant dude right here. Look at this. That is terrifying. Popcorn. Creatures. Swan boat with two heads. That's creepy. Then it says, look. there any more around here? This kind of looks like a ringmaster. There's the whip. Cat Nine Tails whip. And really nothing on the back. And then right here, little merry-go-round horse. When I told you that there's a lot of things here, like this fog machine, there was a lot of things added over here. This is just 2 weeks. I was here 2 weeks ago. And look at all this stuff that's been added. And I don't even think they're done. So we go over here. This is the one that they already had 2 weeks ago. But I think they added these fish. I think these fish are new. Crabs. Yeah, this is new. Fishman. Oh, they're gonna have some like creepy looking. Hey, there's another Philip. They're gonna have some creepy looking things here. But yeah, this is definitely the one that we saw earlier. But they did add some new cool things. Viking helmet. Some seashells. Fishing pole, because this is the fish guy. Fish man. A little lobster. And then right across from that, we have amusement. Clown head that you stick your head in and take a photo with. Nothing too much here. But I don't even think they're done. GY2886. Wonder what that's gonna be. Very exciting stuff. And then there's one more thing in this zone. And it's right at the end. Look at that. A wheel. A little top. Not much. Little truck. It's a little green truck not hauling a Christmas tree. VGW 364. So yeah, that's it for Carnival of Decay. I think that's what it's called. Can't remember. So, since the last time I was here, this zone has been announced. It's got a lot of speakers. So it looks like they're going to be doing a lot of things here. There's a stage here. Wonder what that's going to be. But yeah, this is going to be Fortnite. They have a lot of fans. Fortnite has a lot of fans, but the zone also has a lot of fans. Which means, if you don't know what Fortnite is, it's a battle royale where you go and you kill people. And you try to be the last one alive before the storm catches up. So, from all these fans, what it looks like there's going to be fog shooting out of there, and the fan's going to be blowing it, so it looks like they're going to try to make it look like we're in the storm. Which is going to be interesting, to say the least. But as you can see, there's no props here in this zone at all, in the middle. So I don't know what they're going to be doing, but they do have
dance party.
Yeah, they do have a giant shed. They still have this covered. They still haven't put up the 6 yet.
6, 7.
But if you look over here, this is literally the only thing that they've added, other than a couple of trustworthy. It's just a shed where you're gonna find weapons, but technically it's not gonna be weapons because it's gonna be somebody hiding in here. I'm a no build kind of guy, so I don't know why they're building things. There's another stage, still the same truss work, and then the same stage. Nothing new. Nothing new. So back here, Simpsons. This is where the 2 tent houses are, or the 2 old tent houses. But if you look really closely, they're building the facade. And I think this is a Center's house. Might be wrong. But they're building it.
I wonder what this is gonna
Pardon
be.
our dust. We are in the process of transforming our park for Halloween Horror Nights 35. Food booth, 50,000 WSKQK watts. So I have a feeling this is going to be the Stranger Things food booth.
I'm excited
Nice.
for the food that they're gonna have.
And then right across from that, we have a bloody handprint because it is Nate Meats. So it's Mr. Meats, who is also a Halloween Horror Nights iconic character. Not exactly an icon, but he's been featured in a lot of houses. So that's going to be an interesting house to have, or food booth to have, I should say. This is where Nightmare Fuel Blood Noir is going to be. They don't have anything right here yet, but let's go back here in the stage area, see if we can see any props being built. Well, we're not going to be able to see anything because they put the gates out a little bit further so we can't walk in that much more. But that means they're doing stuff. So nothing has been added in this area. But it was announced that this is going to be Club Horror once again, which, I mean, we all figured because you have the stages that everybody's going to dance on, the DJ area where the DJ booth was. Club Horror was great. This year we're going to spend a lot more time in it for sure. But really all that there is just a Hell in a Cell type cage. Over there is going to be like places to sit, buy drinks, loud, fun music with the DJ. So that's going to be fun. So now we are entering the New York theme of the park, and which will be probably my favorite zone to go to, and definitely my favorite zone to say. Downtown Clown Town. So last time I was here, it just said downtown, and I was wondering what it was gonna be. But we did get announced that it is Downtown Clown Town. And boy, did they put in props. So the exciting thing about this scare zone is that it's gonna have killer clowns and Art the Clown. So we got Chaos and Control, a tale of two icons. I don't know who's technically controlling them, but that is Jack and that is Oddfellow. So we were thinking that this was just going to be Jack's zone, but it really is giving off both of them. There's a 35 for Halloween Horror Nights 35. Because this does look like Oddfellow's caravan. Maybe. Because it's blue, which is blue and purple is his colors. So, another fun update, they pushed in those walls. So there's a section right there that you can go, and you can actually walk through there now. It's not all the way closed. If you want to squeeze through, you can squeeze through there. And then right here's another little thing. Hopefully you can hear me over the Blues Brothers. It's another little stage here. That's going to be very, very fun. And I can't wait. So, I mean, not confirmed, but I mean, how could it not be? The tribute store. Here's the secret. It's a little ticket booth. I'm really excited to see what the theme's going to be. It looks like we're entering a carnival, obviously. It's the whole theme of this place. But excited to see what the actual theme's gonna be. And then the giant stage that is here has added a few new cool things. A little blue and white little caravan. So it's definitely gonna be a Jack and Oddfellow zone. We thought that was just gonna be Jack because the Jack and Oddfellow is at the front, but like Oddfellow is gonna come out of here.
In past scare zones in this area, it's usually where they conjoin because first her name, the Sinister and what are they called?
Surreal?
Sinister and Surreal, they joined here. They came here to do the little thingy, the little ritual. right? So maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe. Or, if it's not Jack and Oddfellow, killer clowns in that tent aren't in this one. Either way, let's go look at some food booths. So, food booths, Oddfellow Menagerie. And then right next to it is Jack's Circus Surplus. Another indication that they're probably both going to be over here. This is exciting. So this is a stage from the last time I was here, and they've added speakers, and something is hanging. And that's something, possibly, a cotton candy cocoon from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
It's a body.
Which there's a body in Killer Clowns from Outer Space in the cocoons.
Yeah, you're right.
And of course it's covered up so those kids don't get scared. And more food booths. Oddfellow's Mark. Couldn't even tell you what any kind of food that would be being used or sold at these ones. I don't know, but we're getting to it. It's exciting. So the whole Music Plaza is under or behind walls because they are building a nice little cool roller coaster. That looks exciting right there. And it's like if I was standing straight in front of the stages, it would fit. But it's very interesting that this entire section is behind walls, which I mean, I know by Horror Nights they'll probably be down, but this is where the line is for all the houses. Or one of the houses at least. Exciting. But yeah, the roller coaster looks so dope.
That looks really close.
One last update that we are in the Avenue of Stars or whatever they call this area now. But there are little table thingies for stanchions. And there's fog machines. So it looks like they're getting ready to put some stuff up, which probably will go up either tonight or tomorrow, because that is our luck. If you enjoyed this vlog as much as we enjoyed making it, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.